As the political situation deteriorated in Cambodia in 1997, while I was ambassador, I'd been there just about a year, and I wrote an assessment. This is my embassy's assessment, with input from many different officers, about the likely scenario and predicting what would happen. And there were differences within my embassy. Some saw the situation as kind of a roller coaster. There would be issues and problems and confrontations and threats of violence and incidents, and then it would quiet down, and like a roller coaster, up and down. But those officers in my embassy said their view was that we'd get to the end of the ride and things would still be intact. I had a different view. I was the ambassador. I could dictate whatever would be written. I didn't have to include anybody else's view. But I wanted to show that in my embassy, there were different views, and I gave emphasis to them. And most of the officers who worked for me believed in that roller coaster view. I had a different view. My view was of two trains speeding down a track, and eventually we're going to get to the point where they collided head-on in confrontation. So in writing this assessment in the spring of 1997, in my part of the assessment, the minority view held by the ambassador, I said, this collision is going to come. In late June of 1997, I missed by 5 days. By 5 days, when over the July 4th weekend, suddenly Cambodian parties went back to war with each other, breaking apart this peace agreement, the election, the coalition government we had put in place with so much effort. And as I saw it coming, I got other ambassadors and trying to head it off. We made over 80 approaches to Cambodians saying, no, stop, hold back, keep things under control, keep things peaceful, keep this structure in place. But somehow that inability to compromise, that desire to be the one party ruling everything, overcame that. And there was a plan, not by the Cambodian People's Party, by Hun Sen, by the communists, but by the royalists and others loyal to the king, to stir up trouble, to cause upheaval in the cities, to create such uncertainty and military attacks, and in the middle of it, surge into the city. And at the time they did this, Hun Sen, the leader of the Communist Cambodian People's Party, was on vacation in Vietnam. He wasn't there. And these forces loyal to Prince Ranariddh, and some loyal to the king and not to Ranariddh, launch this attack. They give this code word. And it's a signal to everyone, gather our forces up. We're attacking. This is the battle again. And it goes on for 2 days, and the city is rocketed and explosions everywhere near our embassy. I have to rush, evacuate the embassy, just the skeletal crew left. And we're getting ready to do the ultimate thing, destroy all the codes, destroy the communication system, so that if the embassy is overrun and captured in the fighting, all of our secret communication equipment wouldn't be compromised. And I'm this close to giving the order to destroy it all, holding on in the middle of this terrible, terrible situation where it looked like Cambodia was going back to civil war. It would lead to some dramatic decisions I would have to make.